Hello everybody, Cory here for the PDGA as we kick off round 2 of our 2018 Worlds coverage.
Four-time world champion, Paul McBeth.
Leading off our coverage today, a man on the chase card to start the day, but would make big moves by the end. Lining up the McPro Rock 3, unleashes a silky turnover shot, put himself to about 16 feet, where he was able to knock down the birdie putt and get that game plan rolling early. It wasn't just a game plan that was rolling, the putter was locked in, and none more than hole 10 sitting 95 feet away from the basket, putting him 6 down through 10 and priming him for a late surge.
Yeah, I think the last 5 holes I just really figured out the tee pads. They were a little slick early. It was a little not as dry out there, I guess I should say. But yeah, figured out the tee pads, figured out my approach, my run up, and I was able to get off a lot of clean tee shots. Just kind of gave myself easy approaches too from those spots and converted the putts.
Paul finished 12 under par and sits at 21 over after round 2. We caught up with him after the round to ask about any adjustments he might make heading into his second round on Fox Run.
Quite a few. First hole, right away the first hole, I skipped OB. I mean, it took like an 80-foot skip OB, so I'm probably going to go mid-range if it's not too windy. And then I got to really work on my forehand. I was going a little too soft over there. Affected a lot of my scoring and my scoring opportunity, so I need to get the forehand dial. I'll probably have to warm it up somewhere in the field.
From one Paul to the other, Paul Ulibarri sat on the 4th card and maybe the surprise of the day, getting it started with a beautiful turnover shot, but not the start he wanted.
You know, I started off with a solid tee shot, missed the putt, and that kind of calmed me down, you know, and it was probably the luckiest round I've ever shot, honestly. Like, along with I threw really good shots, sprinkled in there, and then I putted really good. Higher. I had a great group. You know, Barry Schultz was just, he's so smooth, and it was nice to see his lines, and Josh is like, you know, one of the greatest putters ever, so Seppo's a great sport, you know, and he was throwing an incredible shot. So we really, the whole group kind of settled down and grooved really well, and that helped me. Especially when I was getting really, really good kicks damn near the whole time.
Well, it's going to take more than good kicks to finish at a 13 down, and that is just what he did, securing his spot in second place, tied with this man, Mr. James Conrad. Truly a tale of 2 nines, James started off incredibly, carding 9 birdies on his first 9 holes, and we are here to show them all. Now, you might notice these putts are a little short. Not this one. A 90-footer on hole 7. Thank you very much. That's 7 down through 7, and there's still 2 more to go. James's first bit of trouble is the par 4 hole 11, where he doesn't quite get his drive turned over enough, but does salvage a par attempt. Unfortunately, can't quite put it down, finding his only bogey on the round. Here he is on hole 18, getting it done and putting it next to the bucket. James comes in with a 10 down overall, obviously a little bit disappointing considering that hot start. The final player to earn his spot on the lead card action for round 3 is Greg Barsby, landing circle 2 in regulation 2/3 of the time, and when you pair that up with a 75% circle 2 putting percentage, that's how you shoot an 11 down. Asked about his clean play over the last 2 rounds, Greg Barsby said, quote, "I've never really had a great Worlds. This tournament's kind of been my kryptonite, so I'm treating it a little bit differently this year. I'm just trying to relax." Flipping the script to the FPO division, round 2 very well may mark the birth of a star. Bjerkaas confident in her decision to skip the fall semester to compete in the 2018 World Championships, likely a little less confident in that tee shot as it does skip scarily close to the OB. She would finish 4 down through the front 9, canning 2 outside the circle putts, but more importantly, staying OB free.
Going into this week with all the OB and all the tight lines at Brewster was just staying in the fairway. So a lot of the shots where I stayed in bounds and everyone else went out of bounds, I was throwing putters, like just trying to keep it straight. So for me, it's easy to block out what they're doing because I like to think of it as me against the course, not me against Rebecca or me against Weiss. It's me in the course, and so that's always my goal. And so I'm just able to stay focused.
And staying focused she did. Here she is on the par 3, 315-foot hole 14. That is just part. She would continue the pace until hole 18. She does leave her drive a little bit wide and just skips out of bounds. The only OB stroke she would take on the day, and she does recover in style, limiting it to just the single bogey, dropping her to a 5 down overall, but more importantly, limiting the damage and solidifying the career best 1021 rated round.
Oh, okay. I'm ready. I'm sorry.
That's obviously your highest ever, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's so exciting. Like, just all the work that I've done. You know, I've been playing for like 10, 11 years or something like that. But this is like the first time I've been able to fully commit my time because of the school. And so, you know, the rest of this tour, I was telling myself, you know, you're going to see how well you can do when you can fully commit. And so seeing a 1021, like school only started a few weeks ago, so I'm only like a little past, you know, what I would have done if I did, you know, go back to school, and how I shot a 1021, my best round ever. It just shows like the trend, and like I can do it, and I can be up there, you know, I can be with Paige and Kat and, you know, all those people. So it's exciting.
From Cincinnati, Ohio, Rebecca Cox.
On the other side of that coin was Rebecca Cox, your current leader heading into round 2, starting her round here on Fox Run Meadows with a 3-stroke advantage. A nice drive off the top does catch contact with that tree, fall out of bounds, and a missed putt does spell a double bogey on hole 1. It wasn't all bad though. She was able to recover here on hole 6. She throws the turnover shot to about 30 feet, knocks down that putt. The trouble though started again on hole 7. She did find OB off the tee, and again on this third shot in the fairway. A bit turned over seemed to be the problem of the day, finding OB again on hole 8 and once again on hole 9. That is 3 holes in a row where she has found some OB strokes, but back on the saddle, she bangs a big one on hole 13 to get her right back in this. Hole 18, though, is going to unfortunately sandwich that round with double bogeys, as she found OB on the second shot and another missed putt. Rebecca is going to finish in a tie for second place, sitting at 3 over par, 6 strokes back of Paige Bjerkaas. Taking a look at the full leaderboard in the FPO division, Paige Bjerkaas, like I said, holding that 6-stroke lead over Paige Pierce, Sarah Hokum, and Rebecca Cox, all tied at 3 over par. Dropping 4 strokes behind them, Zoe Andike, Lisa Fakis, Kristen Tatar, Jessica Weiss, all tightly bunched at 7 and 8 over. Madison Walker and Erica Stitchcomb sliding in at 10 over par. And checking back in with our MPO leaders, we have Paul the Beast McBeth at 21 down, looking to assert his dominance and reclaim his throne. Paul Ulibarri, though, and James Conrad nipping at his heels, only 1 stroke off the pace, sitting at 20 down. Greg Barsby at 19 under par make up the lead card, but Andrew Presnell, Barry Schultz, Josh Anthem, and Martin Hendel lurk behind him on the chase card, with Nico Lacastro, Seppo Payu, Ricky Wysocki, Andrew Fish, Nate Sexton, and Calvin Heimberg all right there too. This is so tight heading into the OB-laden, long, open Fox Run Meadows. It's only round 3, but the scene is setting and the stakes are building. Please tune into all the post-round coverage produced by Jomez Pro and Central Coast Disc Golf this week, as well as the live broadcast on Smashbox TV, rounds 3, 4, and 5 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.